This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU grad on Saturday, May 9th. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all you moms out there. Today's podcast we're going to cover why everyone is now a genius. I saw a headline on CNBC that says the bull market could continue forever, says strategist Jim Paulson. I did also want to point out that there were 2.6 trillion S&P 500 call options traded on May 7th, Thursday. On Friday, the jobs number looked very rosy, but you want to also keep account that labor participation rates are lowest since 2021 when we were in the midst of COVID. That's why unemployment was low. People who are not participating in the labor force do not count as unemployed. Also, the UMISH sentiment has hit rock bottom. Taking a quick look at the concentration of the bull, it is orgasmic. Take a look at shares of Micron, SanDisk, Intel, Western Digital, all just rocketing higher. But I want to also reiterate on breath, this will be the fourth time the S&P has hit a record level while 5% or more of its members fell to 52-week lows. Let that sink in. This has happened 3 times prior: July 1929, January 1973, and December 1999. And most of us who've been alive since 1999 should remember what happened after that. The prior 3 cases, we saw major declines, anywhere from 40 to 50% on the market. This comes from an analyst named Jason Goffpert on X. I've linked it in the show notes. Be very careful when everyone is telling their tales of stock market triumph. I'm not saying it's going to be doom and gloom on Monday, but I am saying to start noticing where the exits are. You don't have to be the first out. You just don't want to be the last. And not many people are talking about this, but obviously we've seen the news of the hantavirus. A lot of those folks on that cruise ship went home or went to other countries on their way home via airlines. 9 countries already are seeing the hantavirus pop up. With the World Cup coming in July, all of it being hosted in North America, most of it in America, with Vancouver and a few cities in Mexico hosting. There are 104 matches. This could be a recipe for disaster, for potential outbreak. So this is something to watch. Worst case scenario, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if it does break out and we see some sort of pandemic type situation like COVID, in addition to the Strait of Hormuz continuing to stay closed and gas and crop shortages thus rise in prices of gas and food, water and electricity shortages across the west of U.S. from Lake Powell dropping from a light snowpack in Colorado Rockies, and potentially a strong California fire season. All of this are likelier than an outbreak of hantavirus. But if all of those ingredients ignite at the same time, we could be in for a volatile year moving forward.
We can't forget that this is just a small taste of the in-depth analysis that Not Your Advisor provides. They don't just throw numbers at you. They connect the dots, find those hidden trends, and help you understand what's driving the markets.
If you want the full picture, you got to check out the full Not Your Advisor episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to NotYourAdvisor.com
and all their premium content. I mean, it's like having a direct line to what's really going on in the market.
It is. It really is. They cut through all the BS and give you the kind of info that you just won't find anywhere else.
Think about this. Investing is all about making decisions that work for you and your goals. You're the one in control.
Not your advisor can give you the map, but you choose where you want to go.
And with that empowering thought, we'll sign off. Happy investing.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.